this week on episode number 289 of the Convincing Idiots podcast. Our main topic, we're going to discuss our top one-hit wonder songs of the 1990s. Does your favorite 90s song make the list? Keep listening, keep watching, and let's start the show.
You guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right. Test.
4, 3.
Well, hey there, and welcome back to Convincing Idiots. This is episode 289. I'm Millennial Nick, alongside Gen X Brian and the Zennial Dean. Now, gentlemen, we have been fortunate enough to have been in this podcast business for the last over five business. Well, when you're in the industry, you call it as strictly the business. But for you outsiders, the podcast.
Look at everybody. I'm in the one hit wonder business. I'm in the podcast business. I'm in, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in show business. That's right.
That's right. The
show
podcast business we've been in for over 5 years, but gentlemen, I'm sad to report that not everyone is quite as lucky as ourselves to be hitting home runs week after week in our preferred field. So this evening we are going to talk about some of our favorite one-hit wonders, specifically of the 1990s. To start off, this might be a certain category that makes comeback perhaps in other decades or genres of music, but for right now, very broad, the 1990s one-hit wonders.
Anymore. They don't like it.
What? I'm sorry, I missed that. Which one?
Broads.
What?
You can't call them broads anymore. They don't like it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
They don't like it.
Yeah.
They don't like it.
Apologies, women folk. I apologize. So we're going to be talking tonight. We're each going to bring forth three that we believe deserve to be on the Convincing Idiots Mount Rushmore of one-hit wonders of the 90s. And then we will decide on 5 total that get the great distinct honor. So first, let's start off and name our rosters. Brian, 1990s one-hit wonders. Give me your 3 submissions.
Okay. I have no particular order. Groove is in the Heart by D-Light, 1990. Okay. Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison, 1996. And What is Love by Hathaway, 1993. So many good ones.
Very good.
But those 3 I like, and those 3 will always put me in a good mood and get me moving, or just put me in a certain groove. It's just
okay.
Good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nikolai.
My 3 submissions are Good Vibrations by Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Man.
I also have What is Love by Hathaway.
There it is.
And finally, just making the cut in 1999, Blue Da Ba Dee, in parentheses, by Eiffel 65. Those are my 3 one-hit wonder bangers of the 90s. Dean,
they are bangers.
What do you got?
All right. I'm going to start again, no particular order. I have from 1990, More Than Words by Extreme.
Okay.
Yep.
1997, Marcy's Playground with Sex and Candy.
Okay, yeah.
And then 1997, from the band Harvey Danger, Flagpole Sitta.
Okay.
All right.
Flagpole Sitta?
Let's start with that one, since we all go around. I've never heard of that song, so maybe sing it for me. I mean, I would recognize it if you sing it.
Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell 2 enemies.
before we go any further, I want to commend all three of us because I think, and I was waiting to hear somebody say something by someone that I'm like, disqualified because you can name another song by them.
Right.
I don't think any one of us here can name another song by any one of those artists other than the ones that we named here today.
Mm-mm.
So, round of applause there. We're all on the board with that. So, Flagpole Sitta,
Flagpole Sitta,
go ahead.
right.
Sing it to me. How does it go?
I was looking into the mirror
And
to see a little bit clearer.
I'm not sick, but I'm not well. Okay.
Oh,
Cool. Didn't know it was
all
called.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
So Flagpole Sitta, I picked, to me, when I would, in my brain, I go, okay, if I were going to make not even just one hit wonders, but if I was going to make a 1990s compilation CD, like these three songs, like when I hear them, they scream.
I believe that's now that's what I call music volume 1 was.
Right. But I'm saying is you would hear any of these songs on there. So in Flagpole Sitta, to me is actually I probably hear that it's on my shuffle, and I've enjoyed it so much that I probably hear it once a week. I love the song. It has that pure 90s pre-punk 90s vibe to it. What was the other one? They're talking about where he's talking about he wants I want to publish. See, no, that's Flagpole Sitta. Anyways, the one where they're in the mall.
You know, with the guys that were the singing, they're singing and they play the guitars.
Anyway,
that's Flagpole Sitta. That's Flagpole Sitta.
You know,
never mind.
Yeah, those guys.
Anyways,
Beanie guys.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I got something in my mouth here.
Yep. A big flannel shirt, hoodie.
Actually, it was before that. That's what I'm saying. Is in 1997. Yes, 97 was kind of, that was the grunge era, but it was still that
post-grunge
kind of
runoff of grunge. It was kind of after grunge kind of had its time, and then everyone was kind of milking that. And I'm not that. I don't. That sounds like a discredit to those bands. Not to say that they were all, but it was waning off. But it was kind of people were morphing off of that and doing
they also didn't want to be so angry or so gloomy. I think
it was more kind of irreverent grunge kind of, if you
try
will,
to be poppy of it.
Yeah.
So I love Flagpole Sitta, one of my favorite songs. Period. Let alone one hit wonders
in the world. Period.
Yeah, like it's honestly, it's probably in my top 10. Like if we were to make a top
songs
10
in the world ever made.
All right, saying it out loud, it does seem silly, but it is one of my favorite songs.
It sounds like I'm shitting on your song, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I just mean, like, man, top 10 songs I've ever heard. I don't know that. I mean, to each their own, but
we have that. We have "Eat" by Weird Al Yankovic,
right? But it is one of those songs that
the rest I don't even remember. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It just makes me happy. Like I hear it, and it just puts me in a good mood every single time I hear it. So
sure,
that's why Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger is first on my list.
Nice.
Okay.
Now I would like Brian, I'm going to request Return of the Mac for the same reason, because I don't know that song.
Yes, you do. That's the one I was the most pissed I didn't have on my list.
Didn't somebody please?
Return of the Mac. You know that I'll be back.
All right. Yep. No.
You
I got
lie to me.
Yes, that's smooth.
Yes, I cry.
Yeah,
I got it.
Oh, God. Yeah. That is okay. So what you described with the last one, that is that. Every time it's a I'm like, boom. I can't not smile and just I have to sing along to it. It's a great song.
Yep.
Yeah, Return of the Mac. When you said it, I was like, fuck. I was like mad I didn't think of that, or like, because it would have. Well, I mean, I'm not mad because now we have another one to talk about. Otherwise, we had to do the same songs. But yeah, Return of the Mac, like fuck
that song there. I picture myself being mad that I'm at the rollercade because all the other kids wanted to go to the rollercade like every fucking weekend, and I hated it. It was stupid, and like you just go in a circle. It's dumb.
Yeah.
But my parents.
That's because Dean would, when he would skate, he'd hunch over because he didn't have good posture, and his butt crack would show, and all the kids would sing, "Return of Dean's crack, Return of Dean's crack." You
Hey,
know it'll be back.
Did you have a theme song? No. Well, just jealous. No, that was one that would play at the rollercade in
Sure.
Barberton.
Yeah.
And
The arena.
So it upsets me because I hated roller skating, but like all the other kids in the neighborhood would go, and my parents aren't going to, almost have a house themselves, and like
You're fucking going roller skating. I don't care if you crack your skull out there. You're going to the fucking rollercade.
Right. So I had to sit through that horse shit and listen to that shitty music.
We'll see you in 5 hours.
Right.
You know what? Last 3
It was so awful. So awful.
It's great.
So dumb. Anyways.
Yeah, that's a song.
I know the song.
Yeah, it definitely puts me in a certain group. That song there now, the 90s for me, I'm in my 20s, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's that era of life for me.
And, what a time to be alive.
Oh, yeah. And that song may or may very, very likely, I'm sure I know for a fact that over the years when I would, you go through some breakup.
Sure.
And then you're like, okay, I got to get myself back in the groove, get going, whatever. That's one song that you could put on and be like, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Get you pumped up. You got to get back out there. We got to get the groove going on again. Get back out there. Yeah, the upswing, man. It just puts you at that. I takes me right back to those type of memories. Even tonight, I played tonight upstairs for Allie and yeah, just put you in, like I say, just put you in a good mood. Great vocals, great beat, fun message.
Did they
stuff.
both immediately go, yeah, like as soon as it hit?
Absolutely.
Got to.
Yeah.
Fucking pull the comb out of your back pocket after spraying yourself with some cool water. You are ready, baby. You are ready.
No. That was Dracar Noir.
Somebody hand me a Zima. Let's go.
Yeah, Dracar Noir, baby. That was it.
For some reason, it's June and you have a fucking turtleneck on.
No, I was not at that level.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just
level.
describing that guy in the 90s.
Yeah.
Not necessarily you. I've seen your pictures in the 90s. You're not far off. You did look like an evil magician. So we're not going to get too far away from that.
It was quite the look, yes.
Talking about magic, like he was really into it.
Yep.
If Anton LaVey and fucking Chris Angel had a kid.
I definitely made some things disappear in the 90s. I'll tell you that. So we'll leave it there.
Yeah, like penicillin.
That's good. Nick, what do you got?
Hepatitis. All right. I'm going to go with the low-hanging fruit here. We double up on What Is Love by Hadaway.
Yeah.
I can tell you that's a great pick. Because I didn't know that Hadaway was the artist of that song. I know it as the Night at the Roxbury song.
Right.
And it was, I think in many ways, when you say the song in the 90s, so I have a very, very, very deep reverence for 90s music. It's what I grew up with, and it was just kind of, it brings me to all these different times, but every different genre of music I felt like had its own moment, right? Like the 90s were so vast where hip hop really got its own legs, you know what I mean, in the 90s with Tupac and Biggie, and there were so many great rappers at the time, and it kind of, rap music had certainly taken off in the 80s, but it took on a new form in the 90s, and grunge, I mean, there was a whole genre that was created in the 90s with like rock music and hard rock music and what it became from what it looked like in the 80s, and then even pop music, there was so many variations of. Some of it was kind of what we talked about with a little bit of that grunge spin, and it was a little more indie. And
I mean, it was versatile. Like the whole music scene throughout the 10 years is versatile.
Yeah, for sure. And then like there was perhaps this, to many people, the sound of the 90s was what you would call, I don't know, techno, or what we would call it house music today. Club music had a super moment in the fucking 90s. What is Love is the epitome of that vibe. Like, that song is 90s in its own way. There are many songs you could be like, that's the sound of the 90s. That's the sound of the 90s. But if we're talking about, that specific vibe, that specific genre, What is Love in its own way is the sound of the 90s. That is a very 90s ass song. And it was everywhere, and it's still everywhere. You still hear it all the time.
Right.
So it was a one hit wonder. It was a one hit, but it was a one hit that fucking lasted.
Yeah.
Brian, go ahead and dispute on that.
No, I agree with all that, what Nick said there. And then I just, growing up an SNL fan in the 90s.
You can't hear that and not do this.
Exactly. Chris Kattan, Will Ferrell, that's what you picture.
Mhm.
And in that 90s SNL was one of the best casts they ever had, period, in my opinion.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
That was awesome. I never missed an episode back then. And as soon as that song would play, I would stop what I was doing if I wasn't focused on the show, and it just drew you in. Just so much fun.
Yeah.
Combing his mustache and that song comes.
Yeah, just getting ready.
What's up like a fucking meerkat?
Everything they ever do, get ready, combing their hair. I love that skit. Love that skit.
Okay.
So,
let me go ahead and speak on this. For the simple fact,
go ahead. Was it K Dog? Yeah, K Dog. Let me speak on this.
I'm gonna co-sign on this because out of all of the since we've been doing this list, one of the things that make one of whatever we're talking about on the list, on the ultimate list, is the fact that whatever we're talking about does to pop culture, not just for the subject that we're talking about, but where it transcends. Out of all of these songs that we have here, that because of SNL, I'm going to give it that. If it wasn't for Night at the Roxbury's, nobody would know this song, nobody would care. But since it was on that skit, it was on Saturday Night Live, it was in the clubs, everybody knew it. It is pop culture. Like Nick said, it is still, if you do the fucking stupid headbang, somebody will go, "Oh, what is love?" Or vice versa. So right there, given that, I will go ahead and co-sign that and put the first one on the list.
All right.
Baby, don't hurt me.
It's a good song. Just like you said, it's just fun. Yeah.
Now, what is the name of the band?
Hadaway.
It's Hadaway. Hadda.
I think it's just a guy, maybe. I don't know. Or a DJ. Who knows? I don't know. Someone knows.
93.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that puts our first one on the list, gentlemen.
There it is.
Let me go ahead and ask you guys a question. Out of all of these songs, from Brian to mine to Nick's, all 9 songs, what song on here? There's one song on here that when you play it, all of us will not only belt it out, especially with people around, but like if you're drinking and you're by yourself and More Than Words comes on, you are singing that like you goddamn wrote it. I guarantee you.
More Than Words by Extreme.
Yes. Say that I love not. You know it, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Definitely know that one.
You only knew how easy. Dude, that song, I remember singing
I don't know
that.
all the words. I know the chorus.
You do drunk. I guarantee you. If you were drinking and you turned it on, you would know the words.
You'll know.
I don't know how it's possible, but that is like a fucking drunk drinking song. We on our middle school, like on a bus, like everybody's singing that. I don't know, like it wasn't even playing. It was all acoustic. I don't know who started it. But like the whole fucking bus is singing that song.
You know what's a similar song to that I do have that sensation with, that I'm like, I don't think I know it until it plays, and apparently I do know the words. Very similar song.
By the Osmonds?
Mr. Big. I'm the one who wants to. That's 90s actually. But dude, it's a similar vibe to that song. And
Can I change
yeah.
my Sex and Candy to Mr. Big? Because God,
You
damn,
can
that's
do,
a
yeah, you
good
can.
one.
But that is, yeah, that's. But I have that sensation when I hear like, I'm like,
Hold on, little girl,
yeah,
show
they're
me
like,
what he's done to you.
Stand
All
up,
right,
little
goddamn,
girl. Yeah, come on, baby, come on
come on
over.
over,
Let
let
him
me
add
be.
you to his list. You're
Are you?
the one he
I,
wants
I'm gonna
to
raise my hand.
have
I'm gonna
on
ask.
the
May
list.
Are you guys okay if I change my last pick to Mr. Big? I'm the one who wants to be with you. You guys,
I'm
it's
okay.
almost the same song to me, but whatever you prefer.
They're very
Oh,
similar. Yeah, they are
okay,
very
okay,
similar.
that's a valid point. All right,
Yeah.
I'll leave it. I'll leave it.
Okay.
Yeah, the '90s was kind of a
yeah.
weird time for like metal. These guys were trying to figure out
Oh yeah.
how
Well,
do we fit in. They were a
they had
hard
come
rock
on
band.
to
Yeah,
being probably like a hair band when
yeah.
that was dying out, and they're like, well, we make ballads, like I don't know, like something a little
Do
more
yourselves a
Mhm.
somber
favor.
that's not
That,
less
that was
flashy.
that was a big hit.
Do
Yeah, it
yourselves a
was.
favor and look up when we get off this call. Look up Jimmy Fallon More Than Words.
Oh
He
wow.
did.
Okay.
He did it like a few years ago, video, and it's with his. I want to say Jack Black, but maybe not. Yeah, it was Jack Black. They
Hmm.
did More Than Words.
Yeah.
In the black and white, they had the long, the
Yep.
wigs, and they both sound incredible.
Hmm.
Do yourself a favor and look up More Than Words. Jimmy Fallon. It's terrific.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's good because both of those guys are really good singers. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they
Absolutely.
they use it for like it's comedy and it's whatever, but like they have really good voices and they both like know their way around an instrument. And they can play guitar. They're very gifted musicians.
You know your way around skin flute, don't you? If I remember
do.
correctly.
Yep.
All right.
My
Talented
fingertips have
motherfucker.
memorized all the ridges. Yep. That's
Mhm.
right there.
Didn't you start with the rusty trombone and then you moved over to the skin flute? That's very...
Nick, do you have to have more convincing on Extreme? Is you putting that aside for now for you?
I'm putting an earmark in that. I do like
Okay,
that
we'll put it off to the
song.
side.
So yeah,
Okay.
I definitely
Okay. What do you got,
Um,
Nick?
Next one up, let's go. I'm going to start with Blue by Eiffel 65.
Mhm.
Blue by Eiffel 65. I would like to defend by saying not only is it a one-hit wonder, it's literally a one hit. I don't think I'm pretty sure if you go to Eiffel 65's
It's only
Apple Music
versions of
page,
that song.
it's the
That's it.
only song they've ever done.
Yeah.
And I actually, okay, nerd alert. I watched on Vice a couple years ago a 45-minute documentary on the making of that song
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
and how it came to be.
It's like I'm too
So
high to change a channel right now.
Yeah, no
yeah,
shit.
it was it was something like that.
This is my
But
life
I
now,
was
man. This is what
enthralled
is
because
happening.
it like opened up this pocket of like, oh yeah, I remember that video of the little blue like
Hmm.
it was super early 90s, like, well, not early, late 90s, CGI with the little, I mean, really bad, like, computer graphics of the little blue alien guy. And um, I love the melody of it. I love it.
It's
Dun,
fun.
dun, 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 dun. It started on a piano, and I can tell you from watching the 45-minute documentary that's how it started. It's a couple guys in France, and they were both in this shared. It was like some type of loft or apartment situation where aspiring musicians or people rented this
Sex
space.
dungeon.
And somebody heard it from down the hall that somebody was working on, dun, 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 on a piano, and the guy's like, "This is so beautiful," and he was doing techno music, and so he kind of it was like he organically went down the hall and was like, "Hi, I'm so and so. What's your, like, I love what you're doing." Like, like they hit it off, they start talking, and then eventually they make this song. They're never I mean, they operate under Eiffel 65 in clubs and stuff to play this song, but they're not a band, they don't tour, it's not like, anything like that. But Blue is a very peculiar song. I'm not going to sit here and give you grandioso professions of what it means or what it's about. It's kind of all over the place, but it's a 1999 ass song. Like it's
Hmm. Yeah.
that it is a moment in time. That song was fucking everywhere.
Mhm.
That's another one that, like, depending on your vintage at the rollercade, like I heard that one at the rollercade a lot.
Yep.
But yeah, because I mean that was about the time that I would have been
Luckily, by the
going there a
time
lot.
that came out, I was old enough to make my own decisions. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, didn't have
But
to go
there
listen
again,
to that.
it's a popular sample now. I think BB Rexa like sampled
Mhm.
it in one of her songs, and that's kind of made a comeback. And but anyway, like I just love that song. I understand if it doesn't make it, or if we could pick other things over it, but I just had to say my piece about Eiffel
Okay.
65's Blue because it's a very 90s song. And actually, when I looked it up, I was like, oh, it was actually closer to 2000 than what I thought. It was released in 1999, but it definitely, yeah, it represents a certain era of the 90s to me where I think that was kind of where we started crossing over from some of the 90s vibes we were talking about into that early 2000s sound. And I don't want to say that was like the reason for it or whatever, but that was it represents that sound of that crossover to me, kind of.
Yeah, it's a fun song. I got reconnected to that song a few years ago when it was featured in Iron Man 3. I don't know if you remember the scene or not. The very beginning of the movie, they did a flashback of Tony Stark in the 90s with Happy and
Okay.
everybody.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah.
and that song opened up the movie.
Yeah,
When they
that's
went
right.
back in time,
Yep.
they featured that song at the very beginning of the movie. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I know that song. And so I looked it up on Apple Music even back then. I started playing it again. I'm like, yeah, it was just
Yeah.
like you say, just a fun, goofy, but fun song.
I get excited every time it's on, and I can't not turn it up all the fucking way. Every time we're in the car and like it shows up on Apple Music or whatever, I'm like, it's going all the way up. Like it's just it hits hard.
Yeah.
That shit slaps.
Yeah.
Slaps. If there's any song that does the exact opposite for me that's on any of our list, it's this song. I'm sorry. I had the same visceral reaction
does
to it
not
back
slap?
then as I do now. It's just a
You don't want to hear a
cliche.
story about a little blue guy who lives in a blue
Here's
world.
the story
know,
of a
yeah.
boy. Whatever.
Yeah, I can do without it.
And
So
all day and all night. Yeah.
Mhm.
Come on.
sorry.
But he ain't
All
got
right.
nobody to listen.
All right, and who wants to go next?
I'm
I've got
give you
one more.
Groove is in the Heart, guys,
Mm-hmm.
by D Light, all the way
Groove is
back in
in the heart.
1990. It's just it's another groove. It's a fun song. And
Yeah.
back in that song, I would venture to guess, probably made the club playlist probably through the entire decade. I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
sure.
Just a fun song. It just had a great bass riff. Doom, 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 doom. And she had a great
Yeah.
vocal. The whole slide, the whole,
Yeah.
it's just a fun.
Wheel that you spilled. And
I defy you if you hear that song, then you will not feel in a little bit better mood and
Yeah.
get you moving a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a song I always liked in the 90s. Not,
I
just because
remember.
it made me feel good. That's it.
You guys
Simple as
remember
that.
the music video for it?
Yeah.
I remember
She
being
had like the
so
skin tight
strange.
outfit and there's all the
And like
psycho.
the cameras. Yeah,
It was like a 60 type vibe in the video.
right.
60s era. Yeah.
And it was so interesting. Like it was one of those where I'm watching going like, I don't particularly care for the song, but I've never turned off the video. I will watch it till the goddamn end.
Yeah.
Because the visual and the song isn't bad. It's just, it wasn't, it wasn't my cup of tea, but it was still catchy. It was, you're tapping your foot, you're paying attention to it. So yeah,
Yep.
I think I like that pick.
Yeah, it's a good one. I want to
Okay.
revisit after we get them all out on
That's
the table.
fine.
I want to hear
Okay,
everyone's
that's fine.
defenses. Yep.
Go ahead, Dean.
Dean, give us another one you got. Give
All
me
right.
sex. If you're not already going to do it, give me Sex and Candy because I
That's the
love
only
that
one
song.
you got left, baby.
Okay.
Marcy's Playground.
Okay.
It was.
I remember that video distinctively. I can
want
see it
sex
in my
and
mind.
Candy, right? It was like a yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that
Who's that
lounging
lounging
Yeah.
in my head?
chair?
Who's
Okay.
that? Yeah. So
Casting devious stares in my direction.
Mama,
Mama, this surely is a
is
dream.
a dream.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yep.
Yes, that
Very
again.
90s for sure.
Very 90s, very it's catchy.
But good.
I
Yeah.
mean, when you're a teenager in the 90s and there's a song called Sex and Candy, you listen, right?
Yeah.
So and then it's it's a very, like, at least, teenage teen. That was a sexy song, not just the word sex was in it, but like the message and like the way he's describing her. I enjoy that song back then. I enjoy it now. When we were talking, this was definitely, I didn't have to look up any songs for this because I knew my three. Sex and Candy has always been one of my favorite one-hit wonders, just like Flagpole Sitta and Extreme. So it is quintessential 90s. It is on that, mine now, this is music type CD. Love it, love the song. I will turn it up every time and sing my drunken little heart out. So
yeah.
Okay.
Technically, any song you sing to, though, is you singing your drunken little heart out, right?
Yeah,
that's a valid point.
Yeah. Yep, this is true.
Yeah, no, that's a good song. I like that one a lot, and it's very, like you said, it's very 90s. It's very there's a lot in the 90s, and I don't know if the tone was set with like grunge music, but like you had a lot of bands that were like, there was that kind of that vagueness of lyrics and decoding what things mean. Nirvana had a lot of it. Certainly Pearl Jam and Bush was a big one for that. A lot of Bush's lyrics, one of my favorite bands of all time. A lot of their lyrics, just unless you kind
nonsense.
of use it doesn't really make a lot of sense unless you kind of put your own meaning to it, which there's an art to that.
They're not exactly Kenny Rogers storytelling here.
Right, and at least not in the way that, like, is obvious, right? So, but Sex and Candy was kind of that way. It was very like the story to the lyrics are very vague and kind of, it has that feel. It has that 90s post-grunge feel. But yeah, that's a great song. Absolutely great song. The last one I'm going to defend that I have on my list is Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch's Good Vibrations. And the reason it's on there is because that, more than any other song probably on my list, the second it starts, that first beat, bam, I can't not sing along. I can't get hyped. I'm excited. That music video was like a workout video. It makes me feel like I want to fucking hit a punching bag like Marky Mark. It's just fucking
punching bricks, right? Isn't it on a barbell punching like
black and white with rain
under box
splashing off everything. Yeah,
but it's like what you said with what was the one that Brian had? It was like the girl's voice in it, with the vibration, and it's got it's got the right tempo, it's got the right vibe, and then Mark Wahlberg went on to be an incredible fucking actor after this. But before all of that, it was just Marky Mark and his Funky Bunch, and I fucking love that song, man. Like, I couldn't tell you another Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch song, but goddamn, like, I put it up against any New Kids in the Block song, and I think it wins. It's the fucking jam, dude. It fucking kills. I love that shit.
It is, in fact, the only song on this list that I am confused on whether, when listening to it, whether to lift weights or masturbate, or maybe even do both. Because you listen to that and it gets you hyped for either one of the two activities.
Well, he is Marky Mark, and he's here to move you.
I mean,
he says it in the song. Yeah. It's just a fucking banger. I fucking love that song every single time. I think it inspired my love for his movies. Like when he started acting, I was just like, that's the guy from the fucking from the song. Like, it's incredible.
Yep.
And it still gets played there again. Like, all things go in and out of a rotation, and so, like, no, you're not going to hear Good Vibrations at the frequency that you would in the 90s, and the further we get out, but like, it still gets play, and like, it's still relevant. People know the song. And we were actually, but I think before a Monsters game a year or two ago, we like to frequent Wahlburgers, and they played Good Vibrations. And I was like, actually, I'm like, I don't know why this isn't playing every third song in this fucking restaurant. Like, this is exactly like, this is
meta shit going
like,
on
this
here.
is amazing. Like, this needs to play. This is like every third song up needs to be Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. It's great. And actually, I would argue that perhaps, I dare say, of all of the songs on any of our lists, my artist name is the most relevant. If I say Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch,
Sure.
Good Vibrations, and
Sure.
vice versa. They're
Absolutely.
synonymous because there are no other songs that anyone knows by them. I don't know
That's
anybody
correct.
that owns that album. However, you know that that's who it is, and it's Mark Wahlberg, and that's what it's tied
Yep.
to. But I love that side. Like you said, just good vibes every fucking time. Love that song. Never gets old. It's on my. If we ever did a Mount Rushmore of songs I never get tired of hearing, it's on there with like Boys of Summer by Don Henley. Like it's like
I
every
like that
time it comes on,
topic.
it's like I've heard it for the first time every time. Like I'm like, yes, yeah,
Okay.
gets me hype. So
It's a good topic.
that's the good vibrations. Brian, do you have any more to talk about? Did we hit all yours?
No, I think I mentioned Return of the Mac. I think I made a case for Return of the Mac. I think.
So what's
And
currently
Groove
on the? What is currently
We only
on?
have
Is it
one.
just one? We only have one.
What is Love by
by
Hathaway.
Hathaway. That's it.
I would just like to, right off the bat, say that I feel passionately that Return of the Mac deserves to be up there as well. I am strongly on board with that. I'm actually mad I didn't think of it, but that's one for me that I think deserves to be there.
I love it too, and and it's a different whole vibe than any other song I think we have on our lists here collectively.
Yeah.
So get the cool, smooth soul vibe. Great. Yeah. I would agree. We should make a case for
Sonically
that.
speaking, I think it's I think it might be the best song, like the best song.
Who sung this?
Mark Morrison.
There you go.
1996.
Well, it is on the list because I'm going to
Very
agree
good.
with you guys. I'm going to wear my turtleneck and I'm going to put some really awful cologne on and get
Super
to
good.
trying to French kiss some girls.
Yep.
I'm going to give you. I'm going to second for Dean here. Sex and Candy. I like that. That's a.
I
forgot about
I was
that
going to say of those because we have like Brian and I's lists have a lot of the 90s, very 90s like pop and club kind of vibes, but Dean had a lot more of that kind of into the in between of the indie and the rock and but into pop like kind of songs. But of those, like that is my favorite one on Dean's list. I would absolutely third Sex and Candy. Absolutely.
Yeah, Sex and Candy. All right, we have two more left. You guys want to make an argument? Who's got an argument to left made? You guys have one that overlapped.
Nick, well, we already got that with the overlap one.
I'm gonna second Nick's Marky Mark and the Fun Bunch.
I was gonna say of the two that I have, I think Marky Mark is more 90s than Eiffel 65 because Eiffel 65, as much as I love that song, I could almost confuse it with an early 2000s pop song. But Marky Mark's it belongs more in the 90s realm. In my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with you. And the MTV era was still very prevalent back then. And that was another one, like you said, as soon as the video came on, you knew exactly what the fuck it was. Like I said, if note one, and then the black and white, all that goofy shit in that whole video, it was just fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
That's total 90s right there. 100%.
So this last one, I love just like Nick has the one that, he loves the, he's not assuming he's going to get on. I get that with Harvey Danger. Flagpole said, I understand that's not going to make it. I get it. But Extreme, More Than Words.
Hold on. Sing me Flagpole. I forget again. What song is that? We did it, but
say I know that I love you.
No, Flagpole said it.
Oh.
Because I knew it once you... Yeah. Once you did it, I was like,
I was looking into the mirror, a bit clearer.
Yeah,
rottenness and evil in me.
Oh man, because they're two different vibes. I think
they sure are. But like, what if I'm talking about like, I probably More Than Words, but from Extreme. Is like a core memory like that. That is like a childhood memory. Flagpole City is just one that was around forever. I knew it. I've always just enjoyed it. If I'm going to make an argument of the two, regardless if Flagpole City is my favorite, my argument is for this list has to be Extreme.
Okay.
Okay, so what we have 4 so far? Is this our
We-
5th?
This be our 5th.
Okay, so you have Extreme. That's your one you're pushing for?
I would argue Extreme, yes.
Okay. Nick, do you have another one you're pushing for?
I know that. Well, I have Eiffel 65 Blue,
Mhm.
which I personally would choose, but that's on my list. Of course, I would choose it.
Sure.
But I will say, of the 2 that Dean has, I personally prefer Flagpole Sitta after I know what it is, which I did not
Okay.
before.
Hmm.
As a song, I
Okay.
prefer that song. And it does sound a little more 90s to me, although the Extreme one, only because, like I said, Extreme hits me like the Mr. Big. I keep getting them confused, but they both
Sure.
hit me like the song that was by an 80s band that was like shit. Now it's the 90s, so we have to do. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And that's not taken away from what the song is.
No, a lot of them did it.
And I super respect Dean's connection to it, so that makes me want to give it to that one. But I think I prefer the other. What is your other one that's left, Brian? I have Eiffel 65.
I have Groove is in the Heart by D-Light.
Grooves in
I
the
tell you what,
Heart. Yeah,
I like the song.
I like it, but I don't like it as much as the others.
Yeah, I'm not going to push to say that it's better than some of the other ones. You know what? In my time, that Extreme song in the 90s, for me, I'm like, these metal guys trying to make a ballad work, this and that.
Oh, so it
But
annoyed
I
you?
never, now wait, but I can never deny the fact that it was a good song. I mean, lyrically, acoustically, the vocals are very, very good. It's just that's all it is. It's those 2 guys singing with the acoustic guitar. That's
Acoustic
it.
guitars, yeah.
You know, and Honor
it
was
was a great.
I remember that video from the late night commercial of Monsters of Rock compilation
Sure.
CDs.
Yep.
And I think that's maybe a reason why I confused the 2 songs, because I think they were one right after the other. It was Mr.
that makes
Big
sense.
and Extreme, and it was the more than and it's a black and white video. They're both on
100%.
stools in like a warehouse playing acoustic guitars, because that was the thing to do.
I don't know where else you play acoustic guitar, really.
An empty warehouse on a couple of bar
Mhm.
stools. That's where. What else would you do?
Actually, I just got back from doing that earlier.
Yeah, and those places are everywhere. So like, why why wouldn't you be able to do that?
Dean has one on the new compound out back there.
That's right. Next room over here, actually.
I'm going to give you that one because it's just in honor to pay homage to the lost kind of metal bands trying to find their way, like Dick was saying, into the 90s.
That slipped through the cracks. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
and they came up with a good hit. And they also had the metal guys where they had the long hair, and the guy's like, I'm just going to fucking shave the sides, and I'm going to do that, and have the weird thing, whatever it was going on there. He had that going on as well.
They took one look at Phil Anselmo from Pantera, and they were like, if I look like that guy, but I sing the softer stuff, it'll all even out, and I can make that work.
So I'll give you that. It's the most 80s song of the 90s, but those guys were trying to make something happen, and it was a good song.
Yep. One of my favorite bands of the 80s that started, they came on at the wrong time, and they kind of, they made 80s music, but didn't it would be Slaughter. But they were that band that first album came out in 1990. Great album. Great fucking album, Stick It To You, but they just wrong time, man.
Am I too late to put Ugly Kid Joe on my list?
That is a great song.
I Hate Everything About You.
I hate everything about you. Featured in Wayne's World as well. Yeah.
It's a fun song.
That is a good one.
I don't get that sister. Fuck the little bitch, I already kissed her.
That's a great song.
It really is.
I would definitely give you Extreme for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I think we've decided.
So, gentlemen, our Convincing Idiots Ultimate 1990s One-Hit Wonder lists. What Is Love by Hadaway, Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison, Sex and Candy by Marcy's Playground, Good Vibrations by Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, and finally, at number 5, More Than Words by Extreme.
Yeah, pretty well-rounded list.
I think I was going to
It's a good
say
list.
it
It's
very
a good
much
list.
hits everything. I feel like in the 90s.
Well, we're
That
pretty
is a good list.
smart, so I mean that
And
makes
that's another
sense.
thing. It's another thing I like about the show is because we all come from different generational point of views, as it were. But
Right.
like that, I feel like we hit everything pretty well. That was good.
Different backgrounds too. Nick goes to Disneyland, like 500 times through his childhood, and Brian and I's never been.
Only every 8 months.
Mm.
It's like less
You
than
know.
once every 6. So
Brian and I are playing fucking stickball and running those hoops with a stick down the road, and Nick's rolling through in his golden roller skates down to Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
I'll tell you what. If everyone would like a taste of the single child millennial Nick life, and like to feel like you are privileged, well, you should treat yourself, right? You should treat yourself to going to all of our social media accounts and engaging with us in all the ways, feeling like a celebrity in your own right. And the way to do that would be by going to Google and typing in Convincing Idiots Link Tree. That's LINKTREE. And there, you can find us all on your favorite social media accounts. You can find as well all that information and so much more on our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. So, I think we've covered all here today. We've got one-hit wonders. We've got the 3 wonders of the world. I am Millennial Nick.
The Zennial Dean.
Gen X Brian.
Have we convinced you that we are more than a one-hit wonder in your podcast playlist? And perhaps you'll join us again next week.
More than what?
Zennial Dean, Gen X Brian, Millennial Nick. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe.
Ham grape.
Oh, wait.